And welcome to the last video of our, I think, 4-part series on how to use Qlab for making a haunted house sound effect, or haunted house environment for your project. We have successfully made a set of cues that starts with an auto follow, a fade up and fade down into a crossfade between two files. And now we've got kind of a mess. We've got a mess of file names, we've got a mess of numbers, and we need to clean this up real quick. So, very easy to rename. All you have to do is double click on the text of the name, and I can just call that all. I can call this one Girl on Fire by double clicking Girl on Fire. Oh, didn't quite. Girl on Fire. There we go. Now notice what Qlab does to help us out. I renamed the target cue and it automatically updated the fade cues. So what does this cue do? It fades Girl on Fire. What does this cue do? It fades and stops Girl on Fire. Remember we went to stop target when done? It changed the file name to let us know that's what we were doing. This is super helpful, but you may want to add some more information to it. So what I like to do is sometimes say fade up Girl on Fire and then fade down, or fade in and out, whichever you like. That way you know exactly what's going on. Same thing here. So it's a little bit cleaner. We don't want that number in it. That's probably the track number. So we can just call this I was here. Fade I was here. Oh, and that let me know I forgot to click stop target when done there. So fade up and fade down. Now these file names are much more helpful to know exactly what's going on. My numbers are still kind of a mess, but it's a super easy thing to fix. Just select all of your files. You can click, you kind of have to click one, hit shift, click another one, you can select a group, come up to the top to tools, and we go to renumber selected cues. Start at 1, increment by 1, and renumber. Now, let's say you've done that and you got to the end of your file and you only want to fix a couple of them, or you can, let's say, rename that one to 10, and this one's 11. Let's say you did some funky stuff before, like, oh, I really just need to start it here. You can do that. You can select just those, tools, renumber selected cues. This time I want to start at 4, increment by 1, renumber, and then you can change those parameters there. That can sometimes be helpful. The last thing I really like to do to these is, you might have noticed by now, there's 2 ways that cues can fire. One, we can hit go, and the other, it can be fired from another cue because of auto follow or auto continue, right? This first one here, cue number 1, I have to start it. I have to click go.
She's just a girl and she's on fire.
But Girl on Fire and the fade on Girl on Fire run on their own. I don't have to do anything to make those happen. So I like to designate those 2 by changing the colors. So if you select the cue and go to basics, you can change the color that each cue shows on screen. So cues that you have to click go on, I like to hit green. And cues I don't have to touch, I like to pick any other color. Let's go purple. So purple cues, I know I don't have to hit go on, but green cues, I know I need to hit go. So if I were to run through this whole thing now, you'll see it jump automatically from the first cue I hit go on to the next cue I need to hit go. So it'll skip those 2.
She's just a girl and she's on fire. Hotter than a fantasy.
So Qlab tries to help you out by jumping to the next cue where it needs input on. It'll skip over all of the auto follow and auto continues. Great, and now our file is looking good. We have it color coordinated. We have our numbers all set up. We have our labels for the cues, nice and neat. We're ready to send this into Anita. What we want to do is go up to File, Bundle Workspace. And this is a great tool that Qlab puts in for us. I'm going to call this Designing Demo version 1. That's always helpful to have version numbers. Save it to the desktop and hit save. What it does is actually create, it pops it up for you right here, Designing Demo V1. We'll close that for now. I'll drag it over. It actually creates a folder. And inside the folder are the Qlab file and the audio files. So here's our folder here. Inside is audio, the Qlab file, and inside the audio folder is all 3 MP3 and WAV files that we used for our project. This will let anybody that you send this folder to open it up and have it work right away. You don't have to worry about, oh, I send you the Qlab file, but I didn't send girlonfire.mp3 and I was here.mp3. This does it all for you. And to make your life truly easy, you should zip it. So right click or Apple click, design the folder that it creates, hit compress, and it'll make a zip folder, and that's what you should send in. It makes everything one nice package that'll work every time. So if after this you still have questions, which is totally understandable, feel free to email me. That's chdavis@davidson to get in touch for some one-on-one help. More than happy to show this to you. So good luck with Qlab. I hope you have fun with it, and can't wait to see you all again when we go over projection mapping. And spoiler alert, it's also going to use Qlab. So see you all then. Stay safe.